Welcome to the Department of Electrical Engineering, Islamic University of Science and Technology. I will be demonstrating you the electrical machines first lab practicals in this session. First we will start with the transformers. As sir may have, your syllabus is attached here. Your first experiment is about the transformer, single phase transformers, which is to perform open circuit and short circuit tests on a single phase transformer. So, we will be directly starting that. So, our aim of the experiment is we will write it in different perspective. We will write it to obtain the equivalent circuit parameters of a single phase transformer this is single phase transformer by performing these two tests. First one is open circuit test, are usually called as no load test, and the second one test is short circuit test. Right, we will be performing these two tests on a given transformer to obtain the equivalent circuit parameters of that very transformer, so that we can obtain the performance analysis of that machine upon which we will be performing those tests. So, without taking your much time, we will be directly starting this first test, that is the open circuit test or no load test. So, for that you require some basic apparatus. So, you may see the apparatus required, which will be common for both the tests, whether you will be performing open circuit test or short circuit test. So, we will be seeing what is the apparatus will be required in this test. First is the single phase transformer of a given power rating, upon which both these tests have to be performed. And we second, we must have single phase varying AC power supply. After that, we require the basic measuring equipments like wattmeter. So, you may note down here, as I have already mentioned, that the apparatus required in both the tests will be the same, but the difference will be in this measuring equipment wattmeter. In open circuit test, we will be requiring a wattmeter which will be of LPF, that is low power factor wattmeter, while in short circuit test we will be using normal power factor wattmeter. This will be the difference in the apparatus required in open circuit test and short circuit test. So, I will repeat, the wattmeter which we will be using in open circuit test will be low power factor wattmeter, right. I will be showing, I will be demonstrating how they differ, and in short circuit test we will be using the normal power factor wattmeter, right. In addition to this measuring equipment, we will be requiring a voltmeter, right, for measuring the voltage. This will be used for measuring the active power, and in addition to this measuring equipment, we will be requiring an ammeter for the measurement of current, right. So, for connecting these different measuring equipments, we will be requiring connecting wires. So, these are the basic this is the basic apparatus which will be required. in these tests to perform, right? So this is the apparatus. After that, we will directly go to the procedure, but I will be demonstrating you there at the transformer side, demonstrating there. Here we will be not discussing the procedure. We will directly go to the circuit diagram. How we will be connecting these voltmeters, right? Here I will show you on the circuit diagram. There we will connect at the machine, right? So we will be this is the apparatus. Now we will see in case of when we will perform open circuit test. No load test. What is the basic procedure for that? We will require a single phase transformer and a single phase varying AC power supply, right? So we will connect these two equipments like this. So first of all, we must have a single phase varying AC power supply, right? This is the single phase varying AC power supply, right? And you must note one thing that in case of while performing this open circuit test, this test, as you know that we do not have any load connected across the secondary of the transformer. So our load current I2 will be 0, right? The only no load current will be flowing in our transformer winding, whose magnitude is very small as compared to the full load current. It's of the order of 2 to 5% of the full load current, right? So for that we will this open circuit test is always performed at rated voltage and rated frequency. And this is the most important thing about this test is that we perform this test at rated voltage and rated frequency, right? So we must connect this variable AC power supply VAC so that it may fed rated voltage to the transformer, which may be specified on it on the specification sheet, right? After that we will be connecting this. I am discussing open circuit test. After that I will be connecting an ammeter in series to measure the current. In case of no load current, this will measure the no load current, which will be designated by I naught. After that I will be connecting a wattmeter, right? In wattmeter we have two coils, right? We have two coils, one a series coil which is usually called as the current coil, right? It has two terminals M and L. So this is terminal M and this is terminal L. This is the pressure coil of wattmeter, current coil of wattmeter. It is connected in series. It's also called a series coil, right? It has two terminals. It's connected in series with the circuit, right? After that it's another coil which is called the pressure coil. It has also two terminals. One is called the C. M and C are shorted, and other terminal is V. Or this is usually called the mains terminal. It is connected to the mains, and this is connected to the load, right? And this is common terminal, right? So after that this goes to this common node, right? After that we will be connecting a voltmeter to measure the exciting voltage or no load voltage in case of this open circuit test, and we will be feeding it to the say any one winding of the transformer, right? And the secondary of the transformer will be kept open circuited, right? So this is our transformer, right? Usually this no load test, as I have already mentioned, it is performed at rated voltage, right? So this usually it is performed on low voltage side, because in labs we have the measuring equipments which can measure the low voltage. That's why it's usually, though it can be performed on high voltage side by keeping low voltage side, but in case of in our labs where the measuring equipments are usually of low voltage, of low range voltage, that's usually we perform this open circuit test on low voltage side, keeping high voltage side open circuit, right? So Say for example this is high voltage side. So high voltage side is open circuited, only primary side or the low voltage side is energized by varying AC power supply. So right, so we will be having now, as seen from the circuit diagram, this is the circuit diagram for no load test of a single phase transformer. Right, now as seen from the circuit diagram, we have 3 measuring equipments. That means we will be having 3 readings. This is the wattmeter, so this will be a low power factor, LPF, that's low power factor wattmeter. Right, so this is the voltmeter connected across the winding which is energized. This will measure the no load voltage or the rated voltage, no load voltage, right, and depending upon the current which the winding will take at no load will be accordingly recorded by this meter, ammeter. So this I naught will be the no load current, right. So what we will do, the basic operation will start from like this. We will connect a varying AC power supply, right, which may fed the rated voltage depending upon what is the rated voltage upon which our machine is operating, our transformer is operating, right. After that we will be connecting an ammeter which will keep track on the no load current. We will connecting the wattmeter which has 2 coils, the current coil and the pressure coil, right, which will measure the power consumed by this transformer at no load, which actually gives it is nothing but this at rated voltage will give the iron losses. The wattmeter reading actually reads iron losses. The basic purpose of the no load test is actually to obtain the iron losses occurring in the transformer, right, usually represented by P naught or W naught, and this meter will read the exciting voltage or the rated no load voltage by which will be exciting the transformer, and on the secondary side will be open circuit, that is I2 will be or I load will be 0, right. So how we will be starting the mathematical analysis by using the measurement of these 3 measuring equipments. I will rub it, I will show you here the basic mathematics which we will be using this. So we have 3 readings. We have the no load current measured by ammeter, we have the power P naught measured by the low power factor wattmeter no load test, and we have the rated voltage V naught indicated by the voltmeter, right. So the power consumed by the transformer at no load P naught, which is nothing the wattmeter reading, right. So I can frame the table like this. I can have the readings of P naught, right, which we will be demonstrating there. So I can have the readings of V naught and the reading of I naught, right. So this is our core loss P naught. It can be expressed as this P naught is nothing but it is the product of this exciting voltage V naught, I naught, and the power factor at no load cos of I naught. Simple mathematical expression of power, right. From the measuring instruments, you have the reading of power, you have the reading of voltage and current, right. So by doing simple mathematics, you can obtain the value of cos of I naught as nothing but the ratio of P naught by V naught I naught. So from this expression you can calculate the value of power factor. So once knowing the iron losses and no load current and exciting voltage, right, you can use the mathematics to obtain the power factor at no load. This is another advantage of no load test. So till in no load test you have obtained the no load current, you have obtained the core losses, right, core losses P naught, and you have obtained the power factor cos of phi naught. After that, when I know that cos of phi naught, I can obtain sin of phi naught simply by this expression under root of 1 minus cos square phi naught, because I have a mathematical identity sin square phi naught plus cos square phi naught. I have the mathematical identity sin square phi naught plus cos square phi naught is equal to 1. As you know, the cos of phi naught, you can obtain sin of phi naught simply by transforming this to this side. So, from that you can manipulate the value of sin of phi naught, right. What is the advantage of obtaining the sin of phi naught? You can obtain, since this no load current, you may have learned it in your electrical machines first course. This no load current is actually the phasor sum of two currents, two components. This no load current I naught is actually the phasor sum of two components, the active component plus the magnetizing component. This no load current is basically nothing but the phasor sum of two components. One is the active component of no load current, another is the magnetizing component, right. What is the job of this magnetizing component of current? What it does, this magnetizing component current is used to produce the flux in the core, right, because the core you are using is not an ideal core, right. So, you will require some amount of current to establish flux in the core, for which Im is responsible, right. And this Ia, what is the job of Ia, right. So, this creates flux in the core, and what is the job of this active component? What it does, it actually counterbalances, or it actually feds the hysteresis and eddy current losses occurring at no load plus some small amount of copper losses occurring in the transformer winding, right. So, that this active component, right, is actually modeling the hysteresis and eddy current losses plus small amount of copper losses, right, and this Im is used to establish the flux in the core, right. So, this I naught and this, so this Ia active component is nothing, its magnitude is I naught cos of phi naught, I naught cos of phi naught. I naught आपके पास है, you have already calculated, you have already seen by measurements, and cos of phi naught you have manipulated here. So, from that you can manipulate the magnitude of active component of current. Similarly, the magnetizing component Im is nothing, this is I naught sin of phi naught. This is how I naught you have seen from the meter readings, and cos of phi naught you have manipulated by using this expression, and sin of phi naught you have manipulated by using this expression, right. Doing the product of I naught cos of phi naught and I naught sin of phi naught, you can manipulate the active component. So, knowing these two components of no load current Ia and Im, will be able to frame the no load equivalent circuit by obtaining these shunt branch parameters by like this procedure, because at no load we have the equivalent circuit like this. Right. This is the primary current I1, which is nothing but the no load current I naught, because the reflecting current I2 is 0, right. So, this is your R naught, this is Xm or magnetizing reactance, Xm or X naught, sorry, X naught, right. As I have already mentioned, this I naught is nothing but the phasor sum of two currents. So, the active component of current Ia flows through this R naught, and the magnetizing component of current Im flow through X naught, Xm. This is the exciting voltage V naught, by which you are exciting the transformer at no load. So, you have this reading V naught, you have the magnitude of this active component of current, and you have the magnitude of this magnetizing component of no load current. Both are connected in parallel across this no load, across this V naught. So you can easily obtain, because this I A is I naught cos of phi naught in magnitude, and this I M is I naught sine of phi naught. So you have, knowing the value of this current, knowing the value of this current, knowing the value of this voltage, you can obtain these two reactance, and the resistance R naught in ohms will be simply V naught by I A, which is nothing. This is V naught by I naught cos of phi naught. This much of ohms will be R naught, and similarly your X naught will be applied no load voltage by I M, which is nothing, which is V naught by I naught sine of phi naught. So this is the data which we will be obtaining by performing the no load test on a single phase. I will be repeating whole data what you have obtained from a single phase transformer by performing the no load test. Right, first we see the no load current drawn by the single phase transformer. So these are all the parameters. First we see the no load current I naught, we see the core losses P naught, then we see the cos of phi naught, power factor at no load. Right, after that we obtain the two components of these this no load current, the active component I A and the magnetizing component of this no load current I M. Right, we have obtained this R naught and we have obtained this X naught. So these are all parameters we have obtained by performing the no load test on a single phase transformer. Right, after that we will be showing you the same theoretical procedure how we will be performing the short circuit test. Then after that we will be demonstrating there. Right, so for short circuit test, as I have already mentioned, I am repeating it, the apparatus required is same, only difference is of wattmeter. In case of short circuit test, we will be using normal power factor wattmeter. So the circuit diagram will be like this. We will be having a variable AC power supply, we will be having a variable AC power supply. Right, then we will be connecting the wattmeter current coil ML in series, its pressure coil CV, then we will be connecting an ammeter, since we have to measure the voltage, we will be connecting a voltmeter, we will be connecting it across on any one of the winding of the transformer, and another winding of the transformer is short circuited by a wire whose current carrying capacity must be greater than the short circuit current. Right, this is mandatory. This is the short circuit wire, the wire by which you are shorting the terminals of the secondary or the winding of the transformer must have the current carrying capacity greater than the short circuit current. Right, so this is the circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram for short circuit test. For short circuit test on a single phase transformer. Right, So in this, what we have done, we have connected a varying AC power supply, right? We are having these three measuring equipments. This is the watt meter, this will be normal power factor watt meter, NPF. Ammeter, you should connect an ammeter of high range capacity, because we are performing short circuit test. So its current carrying capacity must be higher than that, or of the order of that, right? And we will be using a voltmeter to measure the voltage at which the short circuit current is flowing in the winding, right? So now previously I have told you that in no load test, we are in case of no load test, we are performing it on low voltage side, keeping high voltage side open circuit. In this, we usually short circuit low voltage side and perform the experiment on high voltage side, because once on case of as you know that in case of transformer, the primary VA V1, the primary VA is and the secondary VA, they are equal, right? So short circuit current in case of on high voltage side will be comparatively lower, or the rated current on LV side will be comparatively lower as compared to the rated current flowing on the low voltage side, because you know this product V high voltage side, I high voltage side will be equal to V low voltage side and I low voltage side, right? As you know that this quantity is higher and this quantity is lower, right? This product will be equal only when this quantity will be smaller and this quantity will be higher. That's why we usually short circuit low voltage side and perform the experiment on high voltage side, right? So that we may carry the experiment on the rated current, so that our results obtained will be accurate, right? So we will be having, similarly we will be having the three readings. We will be having the VSC short circuit voltage at which the rated current or short circuit current is flowing in our transformer winding. We will be having the PSC PSC, the readings of watt meter PSC, normal power factor PSC, right, which actually represents the full load copper losses. Full load copper losses, right, full load copper losses. And another reading will be ISC, the short circuit current flowing in our transformer winding. So what we will do, we will move the varying AC power supply in such a way till your rated short circuit current is shown by your ammeter, which you can obtain by knowing the power rating of the transformer voltage specification. From that you can manipulate this short circuit current. So accordingly you will vary the voltage till you will reach this short circuit current, right? Accordingly you will measure the short PSC, the readings of watt meter, which represents nothing but the full load copper losses, right? Knowing these three readings, you can express this PSC as, the mathematical analysis will be like this. To obtain the other equivalent circuit parameters will be VSC, or you can express this as I square SC R as referred to high voltage side, or R01. I can express this short circuit power as a product of I square SC into R01, right? You have this quantity आपके पास है, you know this quantity by using these two watt meter readings. From that you can manipulate R01. So you can obtain the value of resistance, equivalent resistance as referred to the high voltage side or as referred to that side from which you are doing the experiment, right? Knowing the equivalent resistance, right? Now what you have left with the equivalent reactance, right? So from that, first we will calculate the equivalent impedance as referred to this side will be nothing, the ratio of VSC by ISC, simple. This reading you have from this meter and this reading you have from this meter ISC, right? You can obtain the equivalent impedance Z01. Now this equivalent impedance as referred to the high voltage side or the side from which you are performing the experiment is nothing but it is the phasor sum of R plus Jx. This Z is nothing, this Z is nothing, this is R plus Jx. So knowing the magnitude of R01 and Z01, we can obtain the magnitude of reactance X01 by like this, root of Z01 square minus R01 square, right. So first we will calculate the resistance as referred to the side from which you are performing the experiment. Then after that you obtain the equivalent impedance. From that data you can calculate the equivalent reactance X01, right. So by performing the short circuit test, what you have obtained is the voltage at which the short circuit current is flowing, and the parameters R01, X01 and Z01, right. Knowing these all the parameters in short circuit test plus other parameters as previously performed open circuit test, we can frame the equivalent circuit as such, like this. We can frame the overall equivalent circuit like this. We can frame the overall equivalent circuit like this. This much of portion we have obtained in no load test. This is the V applied now. This R0, this is X0, and these two parameters we have obtained in short circuit test. One is the resistance R01 equivalent resistance and the equivalent reactance X01, and you may show the load here. So by performing these two tests in short, we can frame the equivalent circuit of a single phase transformer. So this is nothing but the equivalent circuit of a single phase transformer as referred, right. These two parameters we have obtained from high voltage short circuit test, and these two parameters we have obtained from no load test. So this, so you can say this is I1, this is nothing but the phasor sum of I0 plus I2 dash reflecting current. From here we have I0 cos of phi naught, active component of no load current. This is I0 sine of phi naught, right. So now we will be demonstrating there on the machine. We will be connecting these equipments in the similar circuit, in the similar way as I have shown circuit. Thank you.